Welcome to today's webinar on UniteForce AI-powered intelligent test automation. I am Pranav, and I'll be a moderator for this session. First of all, thank you all for joining us from across different regions. It's fantastic to see such a diverse and engaged audience interested in the future of intelligent automation, especially within the Salesforce ecosystem. Before we can start, some general housekeeping and general guidelines, which is free field to drop your questions in the chat panel at any time. We will address them during our dedicated Q&A session at the end. Also, this session is being recorded, and we will share the recording and slides with you after the webinar within the next 24 hours. There will be some polls. I request you to please participate in the polls. And finally, we would love to hear from you feedback after the webinar. Okay, I'll start with the introductions first. I'll start with myself. I'm your moderator, Pranav, with 14 years of experience. I'm a program delivery manager. Our first speaker for the day is Soumya Sashi, who is the Center of Excellence Head and a Vice President Testing in Saksoft. Our second speaker for the day is Ashwani Kumar Singh, who is our Senior Architect, a QA Senior Architect with 16 years of experience. Before I start with this session, before I hand over this session to Soumya, let's have a quick poll to understand what would you like to explore more after today's AI-powered Salesforce test automation session. A quick 30 seconds for you to answer this. What would you like to explore more today after today's AI-powered Salesforce test automation? So I'll wait for another 10 seconds. Okay, thank you, everyone. Now moving forward, I invite Soumya. Soumya, please, you can start with your session. Thank you.
Thanks, Pranav. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. So thank you for joining us today. My name is Soumya, and I lead the quality engineering excellence at Saksoft. Over the last 13 plus years, I have worked with organizations across financial services, telecom, logistics, and retail, helping them scale test automation, especially in complex enterprise platforms such as Salesforce being one. So for today's session, this is all about addressing the common question, why is Salesforce test automation is difficult, and how we can make it more reliable, scalable, and ROI driven. So considering that we all know that Salesforce has become the digital backbone for many enterprises, but unlike traditional applications, it is a living ecosystem with frequent updates, highly dynamic UIs, and deep integrations into other enterprise systems. That's why when teams attempt automation, they often hit unexpected roadblocks. So Salesforce automation isn't just about scripting test cases. It's complex, evolving, and challenging as well. So every update that Salesforce does annually, three annual releases happening, which keeps the scripts broken, while unstable UI elements create headache for the testers to manage their test automation that they have already developed. Multi-org setups and complex business logics introduce additional layers of difficulty, and maintaining data consistency across integrated systems become challenging. On top of this, achieving consistent reporting, validation, and managing skill gaps often feels like fighting an uphill battle. Tool limitations, and we have often seen customers struggling with the tools they have already started using, and the inability to handle multi-layered end-to-end flows mean traditional approaches fail short. So during this session, we'll talk more about how our custom framework UniteForce can help overcome some of these challenges. The strategies and the technologies that we will discuss now are proven and validated by many of the customers and their Salesforce owners. Now that we have seen some of the common challenges in the previous slide with Salesforce automation, let's look at how we can solve them. That is where UniteForce comes in, our low-code, full flexibility test automation framework, and it is built around open source technologies designed specifically for Salesforce and its ecosystem. Unite brings together the pre-integrated open source utilities and over 600 plus reusable functions that we have built over the years while working with many different customers. That covers all the layers, starting from UI, API, mobile, database, and even the workflow validation. It supports multiple languages. It could be Java, Python, TypeScript, C#. So your teams don't have to learn something entirely new. They can very well adopt to their choice of technology. Well, what makes it unique is its ability to plug and play with Salesforce without complex setup. Tests can be created rapidly with minimal skill overhead, making it easier for the teams to scale automation faster. It also goes beyond what most tools can't do. So like supporting validations of approval, workflows and reports, which are often left out. And because, like I said, it enables team to use their existing skills, making the adoption much quicker. On top of that, UniteForce provides AI-powered insights, so test management becomes smarter and more predictive. If we zoom into the core features of Unite has been a backbone custom solution that we have offered to our customers since last many years. So there are certain default features like end-to-end testing, functional API, database, and mobile. So it also has AI and ML self-healing capability, which reduces script maintenance. It supports parallel, cross-browser, and multi-platform execution, ensuring scalability. It integrates seamlessly with all the CI/CD pipelines, ALM tools, Jira, Azure DevOps, ensuring your automation fits it right into your DevOps ecosystem. And finally, it's built on open source foundation, like I mentioned, which means flexible, fast, and reusable. If we move to the next slide, we'll take a closer look under the hood of UniteForce and how it actually delivers seamless test automation across Salesforce applications. So the very top layer, Salesforce ecosystem, as you see at the top, this supports all major Salesforce applications: Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Experience Cloud, and all the other cloud applications. So whether it's a standard Salesforce org or an extended enterprise deployment, UniteForce has got everything covered. So the framework comes with built-in Salesforce API controllers, both REST and SOAP, making API level automation straightforward. On the UI side, it leverages Salesforce controllers and page objects, ensuring automation is stable, reusable, and easy to maintain across multiple releases. And coming to the reusable function, the real power lies here. That is something that we have created with experience from many of our customer engagements. So for request generation, helpers handle authentication, body generation, payloads on headers. For validation, we have schema validators, metadata validators, and object level checks. On the UI side, it manages Lightning, web component, page layouts, and even Salesforce session configuration. So, and finally, automation covers actions like navigation, app launcher, tabs, things that usually break traditional automation scripts. So all of this is tied to a central test repository, which means your automation assets are structured, reusable, and easily accessible across projects. Going to the next slide. So these are some of the challenges if we get into the deeper details of what we're actually trying to do with this custom solution. So obviously Salesforce automation faces unique hurdles from constantly changing page elements and hidden components to unpredictable pop-ups and intricate user actions. UniteForce can dynamically recognize UI changes, tackle loading delays, and handle scrolling changes with precision. So it really stands out by employing logic that adapts in real time, manages pop-ups, seamlessly interacts with custom components, and mimics real user activities, ensuring scripts remain stable and functional even as the Salesforce evolves. We move to the next slide. Okay, so now we have a poll.
Yeah, so let's, before we continue here, let's have a quick poll. What is your biggest challenge in Salesforce testing? Because after this, we'll have a demo from Ashwani. But before that, we just want to know what is the challenge that you're facing in the Salesforce while you're testing the Salesforce. Okay, we'll wait for another 10 seconds. Okay, thank you so much. Moving forward, I'll invite Ashwani to take over the session, please, so that you can showcase the demo of this wonderful framework.
Okay, before Ashwini starts, so in this demo, we'll showcase how we have automated core Salesforce workflows covering Sales Cloud as part of the demo. But we have also got it validated for Service Cloud and Sales Console. So you'll see how we have handled the end-to-end lead processing, data-driven automation framework, and the reusability of the scripts. Along with this demo, we'll also touch upon how we are leveraging AI for test automation, including capabilities like MCP and agentic AI approaches that makes test design, execution, and maintenance smarter and more efficient. So that'll be covered as part of the demo. Yeah, Ashwini, over to you.
Thank you, Pranav. Thank you, Samya. So I just share my screen to give a thumbs up if you all are able to see my screen. Okay. So let's start a look that how you can orchestrate your automation scripts in UniteForce. So it's actually a simple plain text language which is democratizing this test automation framework for the contribution who is actually not too much technical person. And also this will give you the overall visibility that what actually has been tested, what not been tested. So we'll go through one by one. So this is the kind of scripts which is actually written. And as Soumya mentioned that we are coming with many predefined steps which is specifically designed for different kind of Salesforce app to handle different kind of actions on different kind of element or object. So you just need to start typing and you will get the different kind of suggestions. And in Salesforce, the major problem comes with the maintenance or the management of the test. So you can tag different test cases with different kind of groups, maybe the type of test or maybe the module by applying this tags at the top of any of the test scenario. Apart from that, data, because Salesforce is built for data platform, built as a data platform for developing the application. And similarly, I can say that our test automation strategy should also be data driven. So for that, Unite have the capability to step level or maybe at the whole test scenario level. So both kind of capability Unite does have. So this is one step where I wanted to create one lead, and these are the fields which I wanted to populate with these kind of data. And in order to create the data, UniteForce intelligently creating the keyword driven test data also in background whenever it requires, because Salesforce also coming with a kind of strategy that it is having an algorithmic duplicate record identification. So in those cases, there are many data duplicacy is actually a problem for test automation. So for that, UniteForce is natively having that capability that based on the keyword, it will generate the test data also. Apart from that, if I talk about the major challenge, as Soumya mentioned, that what happens if UI is changing or my new releases of Salesforce comes. So most of the traditional way of automation is actually going to be failed. Why? Because Salesforce is using a Lightning Web Component, and those are very much dynamic in nature. So in order to take care of that, UniteForce has the built-in logic to take care of the element based on the labels. Whatever on the screen you are seeing, you just need to pass. And the smart logic behind the hood of Unite, that will automatically detect those particular elements. You don't go into the much details about how to get that, what to get that, and that will actually give you the flexibility to increase your test script writing speed and getting more coverage. So I'm just quickly following through that. So this is actually, and the second problem is lazy loading, because Salesforce is having too much data on same page. So Salesforce by natively by design applying the lazy loading, and in order to handle the lazy loading, we do have pre-built-in steps where you wanted to scroll the screen or wait for a particular element. Similarly, the wait pattern. So wait pattern, there are two different kind of wait pattern. You may have noticed that sometimes Salesforce have their own native wait pattern, and sometimes we are integrating with any Apex app or any third party app, and over there we do have the asynchronous calls between Salesforce and the third party system. So in order to support all these kind of scenario, we have a smart wait pattern which is automatically adjusting the weights, and also there is an hard pause mechanism where we wanted to just hold the execution until we are not receiving that. So both the mechanism is available. According to using that particular syntaxes, we can actually orchestrate our test scenario. Also, what happens that majority of scenario, if we wanted to create some objects with different set of test data, so we require test automation. It's not only functional, because majority of bug in Salesforce is coming from the data point of view, because functionality at all has been taken care by Salesforce native package. So the main logic which we as a QA professionals we have to take care is the data driven test. So in order to data driven test, we have a kind of mechanism. We can pass multiple set of examples or multiple set of test data within test scripts, or maybe those are coming from any of the other external data sources. It could be Excel, it could be JSON file, or it could be any databases. So from various different kind of data sources, Unite have the capability to pick up the data and then use those particular data as a test data while executing that. So within a script, how you can do right now, this is only one record for testing this particular scenario. You just need to enter the next row in the script itself, and that's it. You don't need to do any kind of change in any of the test code, because that is already taken care by Unite native or the core feature. And it also supports very easy integration with different kind of CI/CD tools. So suppose you wanted to run all these test scenario overnight, so you can schedule it with any of the CI/CD like Jenkins or Bamboo or Azure DevOps. And once all that has been done, so now I just trying to show you the execution part, where actually in the left hand side you see one observability portal. We'll talk about this in a minute. So now it's very easy to run the test. You just need to click on test, and it will actually execute the test scenario, what has been configured to run. And it can run number of different suites, number of different test cases. So I'm just playing around this. So I have just triggered my test, and then it will automatically do all those different kind of operations. And the main benefit uh, of this particular execution is the speed. So you may notice that most of the traditional test automation tool fails with the speed, but the advantage with the UniteForce is the reliability and the execution speed. That it is actually waiting, scrolling. So I have included in demo most of the different challenging operations that it is scrolling and then finding out the elements, then doing different operation, validating different set of test data, and that's it. The execution has been very much quickly gets updated, validated. All the different objects like lead, opportunity, and account all are in sync. So that is how it is going to be helpful for the teams to understand that what all things. Now in the next stage, I just quickly touch base with the observability portal. So Unite, as an Unite ecosystem, we have one observability portal which is actually having different kind of dashboards, the customizable dashboard which gives the insight for the uh, authors or for the project team to take the decision about the releases, about the patches. And it's not only that thing, this is also taking care of all the step-by-step execution for different test execution cycles, and what all happens in that particular run, what has been failed, which different step has been failed, or what is the status, and what different kind of data has been used in that particular step. So that is also one central portal from where you can observe everything what is happening in your automation, including the different kind of artifacts like a screenshot and other thing. So and one major benefit of this observability portal, that if something has been failed, so how generally QA team works, that they are actually going with the different kind of analysis of the report, which is a lengthier task. Now this observability portal is coming with one of the AI/ML kind of
Okay. Just a second. Ashwini, can you reshare your screens?
Sorry. Okay. Is it visible now?
Yeah.
So now, based on the fail patterns or the failure logs, this observability portal have the capability to bucket it out all the failures. Like this is a product bug, or this is a problem in automation itself, this is a system problem, or this is not a defect, this is something intentionally has been made, or this is a kind of new defect which needs to be investigated. And from here itself we can actually quickly create the defects also. So that is one platform where all the automation can be taken care. And apart from that, UniteForce also provides the portable HTML report, which can be through send over the email or any communication channel for the quick review of the status of the current execution. So that is how whole Unite works. Now, nowadays, what happens that people are also talking about that how AI can be leveraged. So we have agents, which is actually going to create the test script, which is understandable by very much giving the input text as a test case for this agent, and this will actually try to create all those. So what I does, I just created this particular test case, the same test case what I have executed, and given this to agent. Now what agent will do, it's actually trying to plan the execution. It will automatically navigate and perform all those different actions whatever is required. And at the last, it is just executing those tests. So I'm just skipping to keep the time check. Once that is done, it will give you a detailed report about the execution, that what all has been executed, what all has been passed, what all has been failed. So it will actually give you the whole insight that test has been completed, all different data has been validated, overall test execution is pass. So now execution has been done. Now I ask this agent to create my test script in Unite understandable format. And at the last, it will generate the test script, which is actually in the same pattern what we have seen earlier. So this is something you can just, and this will also available into the Unite. And from here onward, your execution cycle will take place as we have discussed in the previous demo. So that's all. How using UI, AI, and UniteForce we can democratizing and speed up our test automation journey, especially for the very specifically for Salesforce.
Thank you, Ashwani. Thank you so much. Due to the we would love to have a live Q&A session, but due to time constraint, we won't be having that now. However, please feel free to email us your questions or post it in the chat panel. We'll make sure to respond to them promptly after the session. And finally, thank you all for joining us today. We hope today's session gave you a valuable insight and sparked ideas for your own organization. If you would like to continue the discussion, have questions, or want to explore a tailored roadmap for your team, please feel free to reach out. Our team would be happy to connect. Once again, thank you for your time and active participation. We look forward to collaborating with you on your automation journey. Have a great day ahead.